Good morning, guys. This is my first trail review today. We're going to be doing a trail called Chimney Rock. We're on the east side of Tucson. Right now we're on Reddington Road. There's a bunch of trails off of this road. This road loops all the way around and goes into San Manuel. We'll do a full ride one day, but today we're just going to be doing Chimney Rock. It takes a little while to get there. Just came up through the switchbacks. I stopped to make my rig rundown video. There's a bunch of people camping out here. Beautiful weather. It's going to be like in the 70s today. But I'll catch back up with you when we get there. All right. We're here at the start of the trail to Chimney Rock. Over there's a sign that says Belota Ranch. We ask that while you are riding on Belota Ranch, Headquarter Road, trail number 36, that you keep your vehicle in four-wheel drive at all times. Thank you for your kind consideration and cooperation. I guess people were coming in here with non-four-wheel drive vehicles and getting stuck and making ruts. I guess that could be that's my only guess. So this trail has changed over time. It used to be rougher, but ever since there was a fire, they had actually bulldozed some of the more interesting obstacles, and it's a little more flat, but nonetheless there are still some interesting things, and it's still a nice drive. So basically the first part of this trail is just the road to get down to the ranch, and then what we're going to do is we're going to get to a couple gates. Now when you're on, the rule is if a gate is open, close it, close the gate, because usually they're for cattle and horses and they don't want them escaping, so it's important that the gates are closed. So we're gonna go through, I believe it's 1 or 2 gates, and then that will be the trail right there. So right now, this is just the Forest Service road, and it used to be a little rougher, but like I said, they've bulldozed it and made it a little more, a little smoother. So it's a nicer ride to the trail. I always like the roads to the trails to be as smooth as possible. It just saves time. You can go a little quicker, and then when you get to the actual trail, you can start having your fun. I'm aired down to about 15 psi. Sometimes I do 10, but I don't have bead-lock or simulated bead-lock wheels, so if you're at 10 or below, you're really taking a gamble, and your tire could pop off the bead, and that's not something you want. I just have I believe there's 16 or 17. I believe they're 17-inch, just your generic steel wheels. They're okay. I might eventually go back to the Toyota, the OEM Toyota, but we'll see. Okay, so here's gonna be our first gate. Great message there. Drive like an idiot, be treated like one. I completely agree with that. Let's get this thing open here. Nice, I believe that's a horse hoof or whatever, or something like that, I don't know. For some reason my, when you're in park, it idles pretty high. I gotta figure out how to change that. There's some either dogs or coyotes or something out there. So we're gonna come out the trail a different way. It's not a loop. We're actually gonna come out further down Reddington Road, and you will see. Okay, let's go to the next gate. All right, so we're at our second gate here, and there's a new sign that says Chimney Rock. So when you're coming down this road, you'll see the sign to the left, and the gate is on the right. And down there, the ranch is down that way. We've got another gate to open here. These gates are a little different. What you do is you loop the chain around here like that. Take some slack out of it. Go this way. You loop it around like this, then you put it into this little notch. That. Okay, so once you pass the gate, we are now on the trail. So this area isn't too bad. It used to be pretty, well, very washed out. I haven't been here in a while, so I don't know what the recent, I haven't done this trail in a while, so this past summer, I don't know what the rains did to it. smooth again. That's for sure. Yeah, most of the trail used to look like this right here with these giant ruts here. So I'm gonna go up this way. So over there is how the trail got its name, Chimney Rock. People out here call it Mini Moab because you used to be able to drive on the rocks, and it was kind of like it kind of reminded people of, you know, Moab and everything. Alright, so over here you're going to come to another gate, and we're still on the trail here. I'm not going to get out and open this one on video because you know how it is. Alright, so we've passed the gate, gone through the gate. Now we're going to go through here. This area used to have some really nice areas to flex your tires out, you know, kind of off camber, but they bulldozed through that. I may have mentioned before, the reason why they did this is because when there was a fire about, I don't know, 8 years or so, maybe more, they needed to get the off-road fire trucks out here to make it a little easier to get to, so, and control the fire, so they had to smooth the trail out a bit. It's okay. Arizona is full of so many trails, and there's always something, there's plenty of more technical stuff out there if you want to do it. So yeah, like I said, we have the old off-camber section, and we have a little hill climb coming up over here. I mean, now that the road is smoothed out, I could run this trail a lot quicker, that's for sure. This trail a few times in my rig, and when I did it, when I first got this rig, the trail hadn't been burned yet, so it was a little more fun. And I did it also. I used to have a 4Runner. I did it in my 4Runner. But with this current lift setup and everything, this is the first time running this trail ever. With all the modifications I've done so far. If I mentioned in my video I did the rundown on this rig, I'm not running sway bars, so with the absence of the sway bars and Hyperflex superior arms, I get some pretty good flex. For not being 3-link, that's pretty impressive, but once I go 3-link, I'll be able to get more flex. And ideally, I'd like to stay at the same, 4 to 5 inches of lift. Any taller than that, then, it's just not really needed. Look at that view, isn't that amazing? Alright, so that's the area right there that used to be pretty sketchy. And I remember it. It was indeed sketchy. This area used to have a nice little downhill with some almost kind of looked like steps, and it was fun going down it. It's still pretty cool, still a little bumpy. came off of that old off-camber section. It still is a little off-camber, but not quite as bad as it used to be. So once we come down there, we come down this little hill right here, and we're gonna start dropping into some washes and some nice shaded areas. And before the fire, it was just beautiful. There's this one area I'll show you where we all parked and had lunch one day, and it was just, it must have been at least almost 100 degrees out. It was hot, and you know, we were happy under the shade right there. But yeah, this is much smoother than it used to be. But it's a beautiful drive, you know, like I've said. But there are some fun stuff, a few fun things left on this trail. So we're gonna come here, and I mean, you can tell where things were burning already. Over here, we're gonna come here. We're gonna make a right. I might have a video from when I did Chimney Rock before the burn. I'll have to look and see if I could find it. I used to have another YouTube channel many years ago, and I've lost access to it, but if I can find it, I'll see if I can re-upload it, or at least link it. I'll probably link it in the description below. But yeah, this used to be very lush over here, a lot of vegetation, a lot of trees, and it looks like a barren wasteland now. But give it some time, and the nature will reclaim itself. It takes a long time for areas to grow back like this after they've suffered severe fire damage. I mean, I can already tell it's starting to come back, you know, so it's a good sign. The problem is we just need a lot of rain. You know, we didn't really get a lot of rain this summer, so as long as we don't have any more fires, then we'll be good. Another gate up right up here. Trouble locating the area where we took that nice lunch break. It's just so hard to tell with everything looks so different. Over here, you used to be driving through all these big rocks were right in the middle here. It's just like basically a big rock garden. So that was pretty cool at the time. think it was over here. This area looks familiar. This might have been the area where we were all hanging out, and now it looks familiar. So over here, there's all the sand here now, but when it rains, there's a nice little area here, and you can see the water right there. So so when I mean it was lush. This whole area was all shaded, and now it's all open. This area will somewhat be shaded when the spring comes. That's a nice spot to sit right over there. So the road used to be able to go around that way too. I don't know if it's still open or not. I think they just bulldozed right around it. Yeah, the road used to be able to come up through here. It just looks so different. It's, you know, it's really a shame, you know, especially if it was a man-made fire. That would really suck, but if it's natural, then it's definitely understandable. Now over here, there used to be a really cool hill climb, and it used to be interesting. Now it's just a nice old hill. So this is a little steeper, so I'm gonna go put this in the low right here. Not low gear, just lower, you know, lower gear on there, not there. We don't really need low, super low. So climb up. This used to be a kind of like a deep V cut. You know, now it's just a hill. Okay. Sandy wash right here, just for a short period of time, then we're going to pop back up out of it. Wash continues over there. We go up here. Wash is over here. Come back out of it. This area here doesn't look like it was really touched too much by the bulldozer. And we are, I think we're still, I don't know if the ranch property is, I think we're well past the ranch property, but there are some cattle you will see along the road here from time to time, and there's a cow right there. here. Some more cattle over there to the right, chilling under the tree. You got a cow and it looks like a baby calf, 2 baby cows, enjoying a beautiful sunny day in Arizona. Got more. Had to take a picture of those beautiful cows. Oh, we got a whole bunch of them here. A whole herd of cows. Look at that. Put it over real quick. You know, there was a hill that had a fun, there was a really fun hill climb over here that they left. And I think they finally did away with it. Unless we haven't reached it yet. It wasn't this one. There used to be, wow, this whole area here looks different. It's all open over here. Wow, interesting. I seem to remember there being a whole bunch of trees over here. Everything changes. And there used to be a little hill climb over here. I'm afraid we passed the fun one already. Bulldoze that thing. I don't know why they would do that. But then again, I guess the ranchers kind of have to get over here too, so it kind of does make sense. Yeah, this one used to be a little more interesting too. So at the end of this trail, I'll give it my full review, and we'll give it a rating. think there's one or two more gates after this. I don't really remember. Area here used to be really tight with some big rocks in it. Bird right there. Looks like a hawk or something. We gotta get a picture of that. I don't know, I forgot if a gate is open, leave it open, I don't know. That one didn't even have a chain on it. Flattened out pretty nicely. Used to be very bumpy. I'll go up that way for fun. So, obstacles like this, I like to put it in low, down low, put it in drive. Little off camber section right here. Nothing. All right, I put it back in. All right, well, we're pretty much at the end of the trail here. We're about to pop out at the end on Reddington Road, and it's much different than I remember it. It seems like every year it changes. Okay, here's the end right here. Well, this is the end of the trail. There was a sign here that says you are passing state trust land, and you do need a permit. but the sign is not there anymore. I always carry my permit with me anyway. So this is, we're a little further down Reddington Road here. If you head in that direction, you're gonna hit San Manuel. If you head in that direction, you're gonna hit Tucson. Okay, so Chimney Rock Trail. It's changed drastically every year I've done it, and it's a nice trail. I really like the extreme off-roading, like the, you know, crazier stuff. But for someone who just wants a nice ride in the desert with a couple of little bumps, like cool, you know, for a different vehicle it may be a little better, but this is, it just floats through everything. So if you want a nice drive in the desert, this is definitely a trail to do. I'm gonna give it a difficulty level. It's really, you know, out of 5, I'm gonna give it like a, I'm gonna be straight honest with you, I'm just gonna give it a 2. Alright guys, well this concludes the video. This is the first trail review on my channel, Wheel in the West. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.